Tips for reading literature, knowing what to look for. So, what is the story about? What is happening? Here are 5 questions to help you answer those questions. 1. When and where does the story take place? Note, this may be different from when the story was actually written. So, for example, perhaps the story takes place in the 1940s. However, that doesn't mean that the story was actually written in the 1940s. It may have been written in the 1960s. So, 2, who is the main character? Most of the short stories in this class will only have one main character, but they may also have more than one, so be on the lookout for that. 3, what is the main conflict that this character is facing? Note that the conflict can be internal or external. For example, an internal conflict will be when a character's conscience is battling them. An external conflict will be when someone else is trying to stop the character from achieving their goal. 4, what happens to the character in a story? This is also what we call plot. This is the external things that happen to the character that the character then responds to. 5, what is the story trying to tell us about human nature? And then some other reading tips. Read one story each day. Our brains easily get burned out reading for too long, and without time between stories, the stories may blend together in our mind. And then annotate. I can't stress how important this is. Make sure that you're circling the names of characters or powerful descriptions, underline important parts of dialogue, and mark where major changes in plot happen. When you do this, it makes it so much easier to go back to find those important supporting points in the text that you'll need to give in the discussion forums and in your essays. Last, realize that meaning comes at the end of the story. So don't worry about understanding right up front what the story is about or what it means. You're not supposed to. Meaning is always revealed at the very end of the story in the resolution, okay? So you have to go through the process of reading the story to understand what it's about. This is unlike essay writing or reading a newspaper where the meaning of what the article is about is going to be clear right in that first paragraph. Realize that this is not going to happen with stories.